Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet, and I'm hand holding my phone here because I want to switch and do an overhead camera. So before I get started, I wanted to let you know I have joined in on the A Year of Granny Squares cal that Jenny in my spare time has started, and I have gotten quite a bit, but I think everyone has caught up to me since I've been working on many other projects. Sewing has really taken over quite a bit because I'm able to play with so many different fabrics, but I'm going to show you my Year of Granny Squares cal, all the squares. They're so beautiful, and I'm sticking with these fall colors. Let's take a look. Okay, here's my book of the Year of Granny Squares cal, and we're going to go through this quickly because I don't want to take up too much time. But here we have the first one. I love this one. I really like the kite. I fell in love with it with this very first square here. And this one was good. I liked this one. I wasn't a fan of this part, but I do like the way that it looks. First bloom. I also like this one. It was really easy to do, so I really like the rose hip square. This one goes on this side. This one I actually liked as well. I think. It's been a long time. There was one of these that I did not like so much. I'm wondering if it's this one. I did not find this one to be very... It could have been the colors I chose for it, but this one was not my favorite. I did not like it. This one was also very easy. Again, not maybe the colors, but all of these. The color on this is, I don't think it does it justice, but I think once it's been with the other squares, it's going to look beautiful. And then here's my tulip bowl. I like this one. Very easy to do. You connect the 4 squares and then put a border on it. I really like that one. This one was a little hard to get used to, the flower field. I didn't go with their pattern where it was different colors. I decided to make a pattern. And so this one is mine, and I like that the way it came out. And this one I was not a fan of either. I don't like this. I like the design. I just don't like trying to figure it out in the pattern. It's really hard for me to count, and then is this a 3? Is this not a 3? Is this a space? This one I loved. I really love this one. This one is one of my favorites as well. And I think it's because of the colors I chose as well. I like the bright and the dark contrast. This one, I'm not a fan of this, what is it, Square As You Go. I can't think of the name of it at the moment. But I am not a fan of this design style. But I did it because it's easy. This one I thought I was going to love more. It came out much bigger than what I liked. It's way bigger than the other ones. But I do like the square. Very happy with that one. This one I liked as well, the flower. I don't know if I got lost on these spaces. I think it was consistent enough that I could do it. So I like that one. And that is it for me. I skipped 16. I don't want this dip in my squares. It's not going to make it easy for connecting. I would only be able to connect it on the corners. And so I don't want that a part of my blanket, which I'm going to make with my squares. So I skipped number 16. I skipped Blossoming Fields as well. It was too difficult for me to follow along with, so I skipped it. So that is it for my 52 grannies in a year of Granny Squares cal. I'm really happy to be joining in on this. I really do like a lot of these squares. This was another one I want to do. This one looks cool. Okay, on to the next crochet piece I made. This is a little amigurumi that I have had for such a long time, but I haven't made it yet. And now I have, because Poppy's Workshop, which is Mimi's Makes Keepsakes. Marsha. Ooh! I'm drawing name blanks left and right. So Mimi Makes Keepsake's husband is making these dragon eggs, and this is going to be a gift, and I wanted to make the little dragons that can go in it. This is going to be so cool as a gift. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, so inside is what I made. Oh, it's so cute. I made the little dragon. Oh, look at that. He's so cute. So pretty. Oh, that's so cute. So this sweet little dragon fits inside the largest egg that I bought. Very pleased with the customer service. This is going to be such an awesome gift. Now, I did buy more than one. Look at this one. Yellow and, oh, like coral. It's so pretty. And then inside that one is the next one. I love working with Poppy's Workshop. He is so amazing. I love these little eggs, and they are so nice. And he messages me and talks to me along the way, and talks to me and lets me know, you know, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing. And oh my goodness, I said I didn't need these until Christmas, and he gave it to me in the same week. Ta-da! But he sent a couple of goodies along the way, and so here he is, Poppy's Workshop ink. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, so he sent me this, which is, you know, can opener. And then this awesome little fidget spinner. And this is so cool because it's so quiet. But then it also turns this way. But I like this. It's the way that all of that works together is so amazing. He did such an awesome job with this. So not only does this middle spin, this spins, and then you have this. So this is so cool. I don't know how much he sells these for. This was part of the gift, or little extras he sent. So thank you so much. I am very happy with this. And the eggs. These are a little deceptive though. So it's not that big, and I could barely fit mine in there. This is a very popular pattern, I think. And Jenny, in my spare time, actually scared me because she said, I never want to make this again. And so I thought, oh no, she works with this type of yarn all the time, this thick yarn, and I hate working with this yarn. And she did not want to do it, but I'm like, I didn't have a problem with this. So I was very happy with that. I could do it. This is not one that gave me a headache. Look at those wings. So cute. I used Bernat Blanket. I used the yarn that I had. And oh, this is so, so cute. So I'm very happy I made this, and very happy with my little egg purchase, dragon egg purchase. Those are so cute. And then the little extras were just so much fun. I like this fidget spinner. It's very cool. Right, so I've been doing a bit of sewing, and now we can add rug making to my repertoire. I do have an update on my crochet granny square shorts as well, but I'll put that at the end. So if you are new here, I am making granny square shorts for my middle son, and he wants them super funky and very colorful. And I've made 2 panels, and I'm working on the back panels. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to construct this to where he has room in the crotch area, and how to attach the waistband and the side panel. And so I'll put that video at the end. Okay, so you can add rug making to my repertoire. My good friend Robin taught a class on jelly roll rug making. And jelly rolls are those cute little bundles of fabric that come in a circle. And they're 2.5-inch strips. You don't need one, you could cut your fabric. But this bundle was so happy. And I don't think you can get it all. Let's see. Oh, this is so cool. I just love this fabric. It is so beautiful and bright and awesome. It's called Playground. I don't remember who the designer is, but this is called Playground, and I will link it down below if I find it. But I think what's the coolest is this black and white, how it ended, and it's in the middle, the opposite version. I think that came out so cool. So it's a washable rug. This was so easy, but very time consuming. So I'm basically making a long rope with this 40 strips of fabric. Making a long rope with 40 strips of fabric and putting it into a little tube like, and then after you put it in a tube like, which takes forever, then you start again with your little tube, and now you're making your circle. I'll insert a couple of photos, but I did put it in my Instagram as well, so you can kind of see me working it. And my friend Robin realized, I don't know where she got this idea, but you use the boxes at the post office so that you have a leveled surface if you don't have a built-in sewing machine where you have this huge table space you could work with, so that as your rug grows. We use these boxes to help lift the space. There's the box. You can kind of see one of them right there. So that was super cool. I'm addicted. I want to make more rugs. Very happy with my first rug. Very happy. Okay, and then another thing that I've been getting into is, it's basically like a fabric collage. And you don't even need to use a sewing machine, really. The whole creative process through this entire thing is just cutting fabric and sticking it on a piece of fabric. That's all you do. The very last part is the sewing part, that you just sew it like you would quilt, just a bunch of lines, and then it's done. Of course, you can bind it, but learn as you go. I mean, this was super easy, and I have to thank my other teacher, Cindy. She taught this class. Now, if you notice, look at this house. So the designer of this, Laura Heine, actually collages this entire piece, collage, meaning she cut pieces of fabric and put them overlaid them to make one big piece of fabric. Well, my instructor went ahead and told us, you know what, just get a big piece of fabric. There you're covered. And we used one big piece to represent our back panel. Let me just show you. Okay, so here we have my piece. This is a tablecloth right here. This is a tablecloth. It's a flannel backed tablecloth. Okay. It's entirely backed with one fabric back here. This is all one fabric. Now, the one at the top, which you probably can't see, it's actually a different fabric. So what I did is I overlaid, because this piece wasn't big enough, and I added a different one at the top. This keeps falling down because I'm not sure if I want to keep it, so I only adhered just a snippet of it. Let's see if I can get you closer. But this is a lot of fun to make. Now this is very similar to the design, to the self-portrait I did. Very, very similar. Same concept. Cutting fabric and gluing it down. Now I used this heat and bond light to create my project, and the designer Laura Heine prefers Steam-A-Seam 2. I'm not as comfortable with Steam-A-Seam 2 as I am heat and bond, so I chose to use heat and bond. And basically you just put this sticky paper on your fabric, and then when you have a place that you want to put it on, you peel off the back of that and stick it on, iron it, and it is permanent. And then once you sew your lines through it, do you have to be as straight? No, you don't. You're not even going to tell if it's straight or not. I'm not done. So at the bottom here, I'm going to put a little curvy walkway sidewalk. I may put some like dogs walking. Oh, and I may put some little doggies in the windows just for fun. I don't know what else I'm going to add to it. Maybe a mailbox, a little a picnic table, a picnic blanket. I don't know what else, because you can just create this huge landscape and put whatever you like on it, and you may be limited by the fabric you have, but this is, then you just cut out. See, it has this sticky paper on it. This is Heat and Bond Light, and I have this little watermelon slice that I was going to put a little green piece on to put a little watermelon slice for the picnic, but this is too big. I have this little tiny house. I figured this could be a mailbox, so in front of the house. So you can do whatever you want. It does not have to be what you would normally see. I could put little plants in flower boxes, gardens. You could even put a scarecrow if you were going for a fall theme. My theme is spring. Now, a lot of the ladies chose different themes, and one of them did a Halloween theme, and one of them did a Christmas theme, and another person was doing spring like me, and I just love this. So it has been a lot of fun to create these collage pieces with these patterns, and I can just see myself actually trying to make it like the designer did, which is just sticking on a gazillion pieces of fabric. It's a good way to use up all the scraps. The last thing that I made for sewing is a project bag. Now, my crocheters, my sewers, my crafty people, this is the last project bag I make, and this is going to be a gift. I love making these lines for quilting, which is just going in straight lines very close together. I love the effect it has. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do for my collage piece back there, is this type of quilting where it's just a straight line. This fabric is so beautiful. I love this fabric. It's so, so pretty. This is Annie.com Projects Bag 2.0. I will have it listed down below. And yeah, I just love it. I love it. And as much as I want to keep it, I am going to gift it. I'm going to gift it. It'll be sad to see it go. Okay. I don't know if I showed these eggs. Did I show the eggs? I think I showed the eggs. Okay, before we move on to my granny square shorts that I am in the process of making for my son, he is dying for some granny square shorts, super funky granny square shorts. And I'm going to make them. I hope he likes them. It's not actually that hard. It's the construction part. But before we move on to that, I have one more thing to share with you, and that... Do I? No, I don't think so. Oh, yes. Now I remember. So, Hooking Up with Books is November 15th, the final Hooking Up with Books. We're reading The Persuasion by Jane Austen, or Persuasion by Jane Austen. And there's 2 movies also that you can watch if you don't read. And there's a 1980s version and a more recent version with Dakota Johnson. And I actually prefer the Dakota Johnson version. But I understand why the 1980s version is more logical. So Dakota Johnson will talk into the camera, and I'm not a fan of that really either, but it was very little that I could handle it. And I like her as an actress. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you what I think I'm going to make. So the only inspiration I got thus far, because I'm so inspired with so many other things that I wasn't inspired to create anything. I'm like, I have to. This is my last one. The things that are coming to mind are a tea cozy, because of course we've got to have tea. So I was thinking of tea, something tea cozy. I've never made a tea cozy. And the other thing I was thinking of making is, of course, a bunny couple. But with the bunny couple, the pattern that I had selected, they were going to be very proper. And it requires a lot of yarn. And I didn't know if I had enough yarn to create both. And of course, I could create one, but I'm telling you that this pattern was coming out so long that I'm just like, ooh, maybe another day. And I put it down. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, maybe a tea cozy. So if you would like to participate in Hooking Up with Books, this is our very last one. And Persuasion is the book. And you need to email us your project by the 13th. That's Craftably Ever After and I, either or. And yes, I hope to see what you make. And we'll see what I end up making, because time is of an essence. Okay, now for the granny square shorts. So I will turn the camera around. No, actually, I'm just going to show you some images, because it's really hard to hold the camera and show the shorts because they're quite big. So I'm going to show you a picture of the front panel. And so right here on the sides, I want to attach that black, what is it, like a ribbon, crochet ribbon. I don't know how they made this, because they made it look crochet, but I don't think it's crocheted. And I want to put those on the sides. So I am trying to make sure he has enough room, crotch area, to where he is able to move. So I don't know if I should just make the shorts bigger, or should I add an extra piece or add a triangle piece in the crotch area. So if you have any information, let me know. I know someone said to follow a sewing pattern, but I'm kind of winging it here with the waistband and then the side panels. Not doing pockets. I've been asked a few times. I'm not doing that. And I've already started connecting the squares to make the back panel. I'm thinking that I want to connect the front pieces to the sides and then trying it on as I go to see how big it is. Because he and I are roughly the same size, but what fits him loosely will fit me snugly. I'm growing, but let me know what you think. But that is where I'm going right now. I got this yarn at Hobby Lobby, and I got that ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and I got the waistband. I'll show you a picture of the waistband with it as well. And yeah, that's it. It's moving along. I am working on it. Okay. So I think that's it for today. I shall see you again soon. Bye.